Okay guys, today we're featuring a freshly built Banshee that one of my buddies did. He does this on the side, so if you want one done, hit him up. Also stay tuned, for I found 2 old videos of Mr. Nasty getting dynos that I lost. Finally found them at the end of the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is Randy, and he restores these Banshees. I've helped him a little bit, but we live so far away. He does mainly this himself. So he has bought this four-wheeler a month or 2 ago.
Yeah, about a month and a half ago.
Month and a half ago, been completely stripped to the frame and redone. He's done every bit of it himself, does it at his house. This bike is for sale, this ATV, for the ones of y'all that don't like me saying this bike because it's not a dirt bike. This ATV is for sale. What are you wanting for it? $4,500. It comes with what you see, plus wheels and tires?
About 4 to 5 sets of wheels and tires. And if you want, it's got plenty of parts to go with it.
Okay, so he's going to kind of do, this is just going to be like a monthly, not subscriber, but friend interview on this four-wheeler is what this video is going to be about. There ain't going to be a whole lot of riding. It's cold as piss today. We done rode a little bit. It's too cold to be riding. So he's just going to kind of go over what he's done to the four-wheeler. It's, like I said, it's been completely stripped down to the frame, redone. Frames have been painted. He can tell you a little bit about what all's been done to it. Honestly, it looks better than Mr. Nasty. Y'all ain't seen it in a while, and she is pretty nasty. But go ahead, Randy, kind of tell them what
well, first off, of course, you see it's got stock carbs on it with the pods. I done away with the air box. It's got Vito's super stock pistons with the wicked cool head 21cc domes. Still got stock reed valves. I didn't have no aftermarket reed valves, but it's got new pedals on it. Timing plate. It's got a hot rods, stock stroke crank.
Yep.
As far as the shifting goes, I've done all the shifting mods.
Got a pancake bearing too, don't it?
Pancake bearing, new clutch basket, or new clutch pack, I'm sorry. The detent wheel, spring, modified shift star. I mean, shifts like butter. New cable, new handle,
new perch, all that's new.
Yeah, 450 master cylinder, brake lines,
steel braided.
Yeah, this was on it, the all but A arms, they were already on it. I put the bumper on it. This is my plastic I had and put on it because the plastic I had that come with it
was pretty ugly.
Yeah.
So we need to, he's got a picture of this thing before he started and what it looks like now. The motor's been completely disassembled too. He just got the motor put back together, brought it down here to do a little ride and break it in a little bit. But all new graphics. He's got new headlights. These are actually, are they HIDs?
These are LEDs.
LEDs.
From Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight, and they actually work pretty good.
Yeah, I've had it out at night a couple times and they work good.
So he completely redid the frame as far as repainting it. That's been redone. It's actually got a clear on it too, and it's not been powder coated or nothing like that. That's just actual paint out of a rattle can, but it's like the metallic blue with a clear on it. So anybody that knows anything about powder coating, when it chips, powder coating's really thick. So when powder coat chips, it's got a good gap in it versus just normal spray paint. You can just kind of sand it with some 2000 grit, kind of go back over and paint lays down pretty good. So he kind of chose to do that instead of powder coating, simply because he didn't want to pay $300 for a powder coated frame neither, when this looks pretty darn good.
Also, I had to buy new silencers for it because they were bent straight up because the tail section was bent up, which I straightened and fixed all that. Had all the welds fixed on it.
These brand new pipes.
Brand new brake caliper, new chain. All the bearings are tied in it.
Tires are pretty much brand new. As you can see, they still got the tits on the side. Still got the pink lines in them, so they ain't been rode much.
This is super clean in here.
Brand new pods. When you, like I said, you can see new hose clamps too. All new fuel lines, new gaskets here.
New caps.
New caps. Still got a key switch, so it ain't been deleted. It also has a Dynatech on it, don't it?
Yeah, Dynatech coil.
No, stock CDI. It's got the Dynatech coil up front.
Up here. You can't hardly see it. And the water bottle's right here.
The water bottle has been relocated to the front. Super clean bike, super clean. And you said how much?
45 for the bike.
45, like it sits.
If you want the tires and wheels and parts and everything, $5,500 out the door.
And it runs good, guys. I mean, it sounds good. You want to crank it? Crank it there and let it run. Carbs are synced up good. Them old FMF pipes sound good. Super clean bike, super clean. Now that's not flashing, you just, anytime them LEDs like that are on a camera, they seem to be flashing, but they're not flashing, they're stationary. Most people know that, just figured I'd put that in there. Now, next thing we want to kind of cover. People keep asking me what it's cost to build this four-wheeler, or build it. So, I've got a breakdown on this four-wheeler. I posted a few months back, but I guess a lot of people don't seem to watch it. It's called 100 horsepower breakdown. You can make this cub motor, guys, for $3,000. Now that's granted, there's nothing else wrong with the inside of your engine. So that's being the crank, cylinders, domes, coo heads, and pistons, and your gaskets. That's not counting, actually that's counting the carbs too, but that's not counting your V-Force 4 reeds, Pro Mod trans or nothing like that. You might as well say you're looking at about $5 grand to build this motor. By the time you build a four-wheeler that looks like this with the Joe Jocka suspension, your pipes and all this, depending on what you paid for it, 8-9 grand. I mean, that's just how it works. A lot of people ask me if I want to sell this. Yeah, it's for sale. Anything's for sale, but ain't none of y'all want to pay what I want for it. So I guess I'll keep it. But you can pick this up from Randy for $4,500. A little bit more. You get a couple more sets of wheels and tires. And we just kind of...
Dang good trail bike.
Oh, yeah.
Real snappy. Real snappy.
Snappy. It's got the FMS. And I mean, you can change it. If you don't like the FMS, you can put something different on it. But if you're interested and you want to buy this bike, there's supposed to be a guy coming to look at it today, and he may not buy it. So if he don't, you know, more than welcome to comment or whatever with your phone number. If you got the cash, you want to come to, you want to tell them where it's at?
It's in Maryville, Tennessee.
Maryville, Tennessee. You want to come to Maryville, Tennessee? That's where to be. No joy rides without cash in hand, just so you know.
Nope, no joy ride.
You want to ride it, you got to put the cash in the hand. Because too many bad experiences, stuff like that. But y'all know all about that, how this world is today. But anyway, that's about all we're going to do today. Just kind of tell a little bit about it. He wanted to put it on here because it's for sale to show what he did. He can build them like this. Matter of fact, most of y'all don't know. He built this. He didn't build the motor, but this was his bike, what, 5 years ago? 6?
About 6.
6. So what happened was, 6 years ago, I think it was, I go up there close to where he lives, drove a good ways, and found this bike for $2,800, I think it was. And it had a lot of issues. Well, fast forward, not to get into a bunch of crap that don't matter, I'm on Facebook one night. I post a picture on Banshee HQ. Randy comments on it, says, "That's my old bike." And I'm like, whatever. No, it ain't. Well, sure enough, he didn't even know it at the time. I go to his Facebook and start looking through pictures. And there's my freaking four-wheeler on a drag strip with him riding it. I was like, what the piss? And it still had the American flag on it and a few other